I just got done playing the demo for Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, so let's talk about it. This is something that I've been eyeing for quite a while now, and to be honest, I am still very psyched to see what's to come out of it very soon. The game is being handled by Toys for Bob, the same people who helped with the Reignited trilogy. It's still funny just thinking about it, kind of like a full circle vibe I'm getting. Game's due for an October release, and I've seen what they've got planned, from the inverted mode to the new playables like Tawna and Dingodile. Needless to say, this all sounds very promising. And today I got a handful of the playable demo as I already pre-ordered the game digitally from my PlayStation 4. I got to play 3 of the levels available for the time being: Snow Way Out, Dino Dash, and, I seriously kid you not, Ship Happens. This one just cracks me up. Playing these for the first time, it gave me a pretty good idea of what I was in for. Game plays very well, especially on a standard PS4 like I'm using. It's supposed to run at 60 frames per second on Pro consoles, but here it doesn't look all that bad at 30. Crash controls nicely, which is all I can ever ask for. Everything in general felt pretty fluid, except for the fact that for some reason I can't slide and jump like I would in past games prior. I tried this a number of times, but it felt like I was either doing it wrong or they just didn't implement this yet. As for Cortex, this is where things got tricky. His gameplay revolves more around puzzle solving, in this case shooting enemies into platforms depending on the situation you're in. He can dash through things pretty quickly as well, though unlike Crash he has no double jump whatsoever, so this is gonna take some serious getting used to. Out of the 4 Quantum Masks, we're treated to 2 in the game's demo: Lonnie Loli, who consists of phasing through solid matter, which is pretty cool, and Kapunawa, who can slow down time for a short while. If these levels were any indication, we're going to be seeing these guys in short bursts throughout the levels, highlighting their special abilities. For what it's worth, it's a good way to spice up the gameplay. I greatly approve of the masks we're seeing. For the sake of this demo, I played them all in modern mode, if not just to see how many times I die in the stage. Saves me the trouble in highlighting all this. But the option for those who like to play with the original life system is still there, so it's nice to see that they thought of everybody going into this. Some of the things I really liked included this meter under the Wumpa counter. Apparently collecting enough Wumpa fruit in a level will grant you up to 3 gems. And fortunately, this does not require you going out of your way to collect every single Wumpa fruit you see. That is a really nice addition, on top of tracking down gems hidden within levels if you look hard enough. And the golden Wumpa boxes? I like to think they took notes from Crash Team Racing. This was a pretty fun addition. I also like this little yellow circle indicating Crash's shadow. I imagine this being a huge lifesaver at points where you have no idea where you're gonna land. And had it not been for this little baby, I'd have been slipping up even more than I did during my first rodeo on these levels. Now, if I'm gonna be blunt here, playing these levels brought me to the general realization that Crash 4 is gonna be pretty damn hard. Not to the extent of Crash 1, I hope, but I swear, the difficulty on these levels is right on up there. And this level of challenge doesn't let up in the bonus rooms either. This Dino Dash bonus especially nearly made me crack. Playing this game is going to be incredibly risky, and there were moments where I was on the verge of becoming a nervous wreck about halfway through the levels. The last level in the demo especially helps to highlight the difficulty spike, starting us off with Cortex venturing to reach Crash, and the rest of the level playing exactly like a harder Snow Way Out. Which genuinely concerns me, because the box layout here requires a ton of back and forth, and especially with ice physics involved, I don't think I'm gonna have the time and patience to breeze through all these boxes willy-nilly. It's also worth noting that because I've been dying quite a bit on these levels, that also meant no flashback tapes for me, which basically requires you to play through the level in one piece to get to it. Perhaps I'll keep practicing before we reach October, see how I hold. As far as I'm concerned, this is all really good stuff so far. Extremely challenging, but it got me hoping the rest of the game is going to be as incredibly solid as what we're seeing here. And for what it's worth, it's safe to say Toys for Bob had a genuinely good idea of how the Crash formula works, and what they're doing to enhance the gameplay is nothing short of admirable. And with only 2 weeks left on the clock, what, that fast already? Here's hoping my time with Crash Bandicoot 4 will be a good one all in all. To sort of close things up here, let's have a montage of every single death I've encountered playing through these levels for the first time. Thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the show, peace.